Hi everyone, welcome to day 4 of this January Split Challenge. In today's session, we are going to be working in our full split. It's going to be a relaxing session. I'm not going to be giving alignment cues, so make sure you have done day 1, day 2, and day 3, so you know how to enter in the splits correctly. And in this way, we also avoid any injuries or any uncomfortable positions. For the class also, if you need blocks, straps, some padding for the knees, have them nearby. In these 45 minutes, we are gonna work in our front splits, straddle splits, and also the middle splits. If you like the session after it, remember to give a like and also recommend it to any of your friends that may need some a good split session. Good. And said it. Also have cozy socks, nice comfortable clothes, and let's start working and stretching. So open the feet wider than the hips. Also, before we start, something I forgot, have some music in the background if you feel like, because I've been talking a lot during the previous days in this challenge, and today I'm really gonna guide you through the split routine without much talking, or I try at least. Good. And take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, we are gonna do a forward fold. So we start nicely warming up our hamstrings. Little bounces. Grab opposite elbows and bring the elbows towards the mat. If they are already reaching the mat, bring them backwards. Nice. Press the feet hip width apart, hands to the floor. Take a deep inhale, look to the front, and on the exhale, we are gonna rotate on the heels 45 degrees and enter into the yogi squat position. 10 of these. Use the blocks underneath the hands if you need to. And 10. Nice, stay in this yogi squat. If you need also to place blocks underneath the heels, you go ahead. And we go from one side to another, releasing a bit the tension in the hips. Place the feet back in parallel and come into your standing forward fold. Grab opposite elbows and relax here. Bend the knees and come back to standing. We are gonna go to the pyramid stretch. Right foot front, back foot 45 degrees, hands to the hips. Take a deep inhale and exhale, forward fold. We stay here. Three more. Nice, and come back up and switch sides. Left foot front, back foot 45 degrees, hands to the hips, inhale deep. And exhale, entering your pyramid pose. Three more. Nice. Look back to the front, open the feet 45 degrees. a little bit wider than the hips, and we are gonna do pliés 10 times. Hands to the hip or to the stomach and the low back, and let's go for 1, 2. So 10 times, everyone in her or his own rhythm. And then on the 10th, we stay there low, moving from one side to another. Try to go a bit lower and up. Nice. Let's sit on the mat. Take the strap if you need to. We are gonna go for a forward fold in seated position. Breathe in and breathe out, forward fold. Press the knees against the mat. Lengthen the spine, the hamstrings, and relax the head. And place the right foot inside the left inner thigh. We go for another forward fold. Belly button into the spine. Feel the fold, the lengthening in the body. Look to the front and switch sides. Extend the right leg. Left foot inside the inner thigh. And on the exhale, forward fold. Good. Extend both legs, come into your forearms. Feet together. And we are gonna bend the knees, bring the feet close to us, opening butterfly and extend. Back to extended and knees facing towards the ceiling. Let's do 5 more of these. One more. And stay in the butterfly position. Move the hips from one side to another. 5 more. Extend the right leg. Entering in our half middle split. Don't use the hands to help holding the leg. 3 more. Then back to center and extend the left leg. Half middle split here. Inhaling and exhaling. These ones are good to start firing up those inner thighs for the middle split. And back to center. Now both legs together. Middle split. Although facing towards the ceiling. And then start bringing the feet slowly towards you, like in a straddle split. And hold it here. Engage extra the knees. Back to middle split. Feet together. Close the knees and extend the legs. Another forward fold. Try to get a tiny bit deeper in each of the times we do the exercise. Breathing in and breathing out. Remember, if you want to put some music, go ahead. I'm not putting any music here in case it will interfere or I don't know how to say it in English, but yeah, then it will create problems with the microphone. Good, and we are gonna go for our lunge position. Have the knee padding or a cushion if you need to, and the blocks. And from the lunge position, it's front split. So this is gonna be our nice warm up from front split. Low lunge. Hands to the hips. And let's stay stretching here. Doing little bounces if you want. Feeling the stretch in the hip flexors. Tuck the back foot. And try to extend the back leg without lifting the hips up. It may not completely straighten it, but it's okay. 3 more. 2 and 1. Nice. Sink the hips a tiny bit more, getting a bit deeper into your hips. And bring the hips backwards. We extend the front leg. Breathe in and breathe out. Forward fold. Try to lengthen a tiny bit more the spine. Feel the stretch. And now flex the foot. Grab it with the opposite hand and pull it towards you. At the same time, the chest comes forward. Then pull the toes in the flex position towards the center line. And hold it here for approximately 10 counts. Breathe in and breathe out. So important to breathe, to relax the mind, the nervous system. Good. Back in the low lunge position. Now sinking the hips more. We go to our quadricep stretch. So grab the back foot. If you don't reach it, you can use the strap as usual. Trying to bring the heel towards the glute. And getting deeper in the stretch. Five more. This is usually a hard one. We all have our quads from walking, running, biking, very tight, or even weightlifting. So many sports that shorten the quads muscles. And release, we are gonna slide in our first splits. Sit tall, sink the hips, and entering your first split. Just relaxing here is the first one, so you may not reach the floor today or in these classes, but if we continue doing this routine, I promise you will be reaching the floor one day. Because we are learning to open the body. Stay a bit more in your first splits. Breathe in and breathe out. And we come out from the pose. Let's go to the other side. Okay. Low lunge position with the left foot front. Yeah. Okay, good. Position yourself in the low lunge, trying to target the hip flexors. Little bounces with the hips if you want to. And now we are going to tag the back foot and try to straighten the leg without lifting the hips. Let's go. Don't forget to breathe and don't drop the knee. Try to fight it. Hold it 3 more. And good. Now we are going to try to sink the hips a tiny bit more in this low lunge, opening them. And then bring the hips backwards, strengthening the front leg. Forward fold. Lengthening the spine, hamstrings, the foot, everything. Five more here. Breathe in and breathe out. Trying to use deep exhalations to relax our nervous system and allow our body to open more. Flex the front foot. And with the opposite hand, we are going to grab the foot and pull it towards us. At the same time, chest forward. Hold it here. I hope everyone is feeling the stretch in the calves, at least in the calves. And if you don't feel them or you are not feeling it, feel free to use the chat box or comment it afterwards. And now pull those toes towards the middle line. Oh my God, this one is so intense. Breathe, and 5 more here. 2 and 1, good. Go back into the low lunge position, bend the back leg or bend the back knee, and let's go for our quad stretch. Grab the foot and heel towards the glute as much as we can. Nice. It could be one side, it's a bit more loose than the other one. Since we don't use both parts of the body in the same way, sometimes some parts or muscle groups are tighter than the other ones, or the other ones in the other side. Inhale and exhale. Try to get a tiny bit deeper in the stretch for the last 5 counts. And we go to our front splits. Enter in your low lunge position and sit tall with the upper body. From here, we are gonna extend the front leg. Nice, take it easy. It's our first front split. So learn your limits, respect them. I will never recommend to force, especially when you're warming up. I thought Willie was gonna join us. He was there with the tennis ball, but looks like he's not interested in joining the splits class, so he's just sleeping. Hold it 5 more. Nice. And now come out from the front splits. We're gonna go to our straddle split. Check if your low back is rounding. If it's not, if it's rounding, you know what to do. We learned it in the previous classes. And good. Open in your maximum straddle split. Have the strap as well if you need to. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, we are going to twist towards the right. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. And try to bring the left side more forward, like the left hand, more forward than the right hand, then head down. And let's enjoy the pain, the stretch, whatever are you feeling here. Good. 5 more. Nice. Come back to center and we go to the other side, inhaling. And then on the exhale, twisting. And inhale, exhale again, forward fold. Right hand in front of the left hand. Relax the head in your maximum range of motion. Hold it 5 more here. I hope you are all feeling the side stretch and maybe also the stretch in the legs, in the hips. Every person, since we are tight in different parts, we may also experience the exercise differently. And go back to center. Last one, forward fold. Grabbing the floor as like with these T-Rex hands and pinching the shoulder blades together. Let's just go forward. And try to relax in your maximum range of motion. Do not forget to breathe. It's one of the best ways to allow our bodies to open. And come back to center. Nice. Close the legs. We are gonna quickly lay down on the back, grab a block, and place it between the knees. And here, work on our internal hip rotation. Let's go. Open the feet to the side, back to center 10 times. Each one in her own rhythm. And now hold it in the maximum. Keep squeezing the block. 3 more. Nice. Good. Let's go to our froggy stretch. So we are going to start with a half froggy. Have something to slide on your knees, a padding as well, because it can be a bit harsh for our knees to have them just directly on the floor. And we are gonna go for right leg first. Good, extend the right leg. And we are gonna slide controlling the maximum we can, and then hold it in that maximum range of motion. 5 more, holding it there. Nice, hands towards the floor. Rotate the hips, and then you will see how you can slide a tiny bit more. And elbows to the mat. A couple of weeks ago, I started doing synchronized swimming once per week, and I have to say I'm so sore in the hips from that sport. It's amazing how many muscles you need to use, but especially how much you need to use, like the hips, especially the external hip rotation. So I'm definitely feeling this stretch. Now imagine you want to sit down, but the foot stays there on the floor. Sit down a bit. It's very small movement, but if you do it correctly, it's quite targeted. So again, feel free to comment any questions you may have if you don't feel anything. 3 more, 2 and 1. Beautiful. Then sit. And we go to the other side. Oof. Oh my God, I definitely need to shake the hips. Okay, let's go to the other side. So now is the left leg straight. And let's try to reach that full range of motion. Sliding, controlled. Five more here. 4, 2 and 1. Let's bring the hands slowly towards the mat and enter in your half frog a bit deeper. So if you ever wonder how is your technique, if it's doing correctly, you can always schedule privates with me or join our online group classes. We are there and we have different levels, and I'm always guiding and checking on the alignment of everyone. So I can give you the homeworks you should be doing to get a bit more advanced in your splits. Get them flat, maybe over splits, or get them strong so you don't get any injuries. Now we start sitting backwards, slowly, but the foot stays on the mat. And belly button in. Hold it here. Oof. Nice. And sit very slowly. You may not be able to sit completely. I can't. Good. And then close the knees. And shake the legs or the hips if you need to. Let's do a couple of hip rotations in the tabletop position. So let's come with the knees together and start with the right side. And switch directions. These always feel good after this kind of intense hip openers. And to the other side. Switch directions. Nice. So we still have 15 minutes to go. We haven't done our full middle split, so this is what we are gonna do now. It's our first middle split, and it's gonna be against the wall. So you're gonna, you can also do it in the middle of the mat if you don't have any walls, by the way. But basically in the wall, we want to place the hips and the butt as close as possible to it. The low back stays on the mat, and open the legs. The wall is a really great instrument, right? Even if this is kind of passive exercise, you know how to make it active. We learned it as well in the previous days. So go ahead, make it active. Activate also your core. If you're in the middle of the room, just try not to use the hands. So you can develop also some muscles holding your legs in this range of motion. We are gonna hold it here about 1 minute. I have my timer here, so everything is under control. We are not gonna skip the minute. When I was trying to open my middle split, I remember there was a time I would hold this position up to 5 minutes, but it was so tough that I would have to watch any video that would just like distract my mind. And I remember the legs will also sometimes start to shake. Yeah, for sure, sometimes I didn't manage to complete the 5 minutes. But often I did, thanks to YouTube videos. Thank you, YouTube, for entertaining us. Almost there. 3 more. And to close, we go very slowly. We help ourselves with the hands, bend the knees, and then go towards the side and back in our knees. We are gonna go back into our front splits. This time, try to relax more and sink more. We are gonna do a hold of another minute. And you will see how fast it will pass by. So come into your low lunge position, have the blocks nearby. Even for me, I always use the blocks because they help me getting into the correct alignment, into the split. And if you have a bad side, then start with your bad side. Just make first your bad side, and then you are done with it, and you can enjoy the good one. In my case, they are, I don't know, it depends on the day, but I think I'm gonna go with the left front. Yeah. So enter in your low lunge position. And let's try to sink a bit more the hips. Activate the glutes. Open the front foot 45 degrees. Bring the hands forward. And sink a tiny bit more, like kind of lizard stretch, but in a different alignment. And then go back and close the foot. Check your hips. And let's go into our split. So basically, extend your front leg as much as you can. And then let's sink down, 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 down. Good. And the minute starts now. Keep bouncing if you're not reaching the floor. Remember, shoulders, if they are coming to the ears, it means your blocks are too high. And stay here, enjoying the moment. We have approximately 10 more seconds to go. After the minute, we are still gonna do one last exercise, just one more. I know it's gonna be a bit of a killer, so it's now. Forward fold, front as much as you can for 5, 2, and come out. Nice. From here, directly we go to the straddle. So you can sit backwards and get in your straddle stretch. For the sake of the camera, I'm gonna change position so you can see my straddle and not just my butt. Get in the straddle position, hands backwards. And let's just try first to bring the chest forward. Sitting bones backwards. Then hands come to the middle line. Bend the elbows and keep bringing the chest forward. In your maximum range, extend the arms, but keep trying to bring the chest forward and relax here. We go for another minute. Relax your hand. It's like 20 seconds more to go. Three, two, and one. Come out. Good job. Let's go to our front split on the other side. So in my case, I started with left foot front, so I need to have right foot front. Let's meet in the low lunge position. If you ever feel like you need to have also a moment, so afterwards in the recording, you can always pause, move the hips and do some movements like, lifting the knees, pissing dog, and all those exercises to kind of bring back the blood to that area and the muscle engagement. Low lunge position with the other side, getting ready to rock those front splits. Willie woke up. He's looking at us like, should I join? Should I not join? But it looks like, I don't know, he's stretching his back, like in a very contorted position. Open the front foot 45 degrees. And let's get into this kind of lizard stretch to get deeper in the hips. Breathe in, breathe out. See if you can release a tiny bit more the hip, especially the left one. And then go back into the low lunge position. Close the front foot. Align your hips. And let's extend the front leg. Inhale and exhale. Sink down. Down, 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 down. Find your front splits position and let's just hold it for 1 minute. Good. Focusing on your breath, creating a space in the body, relaxing the mind. Okay, so now we have 10 seconds more to go. And come forward for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. And come back into your straddle split. And now we are not going to do another straddle split because we just did, and I'm sure your hips are, or you're feeling already your hips. So before our last middle split, we are going to activate a tiny bit more the glutes. Let's go for our pin dog exercise. Starting with the right leg first, extend it, and we're going to do 10 times coming up. And let's go. 1, 2, 4, 7. On the 10th, we are gonna hold it there. Keep holding it. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Let's go to the other side. Extend the left leg. And 10 times. Tenth, hold it there high. Nice. Relax the glutes. So let's go for our middle split. It's going to be our last split from today's class, and we are also going to hold it for 1 minute. In day 3, we checked how to do it with the wall. I'm not going to show it today. So today we are going to do it in the middle of the mat, but still, if you feel like you prefer to do it on the wall, you are more than welcome. Goal is that we try to relax ourselves for 1 minute in the middle split. So let's get started. I'm gonna be facing towards the wall so you can see the line. Good. If you also know how to go from a straddle to middle split, you are welcome to do it. We have that on the on-demand library if you ever want to learn the trick. I'm gonna slide as if you were gonna do it in the middle splits. Let me check in the camera. Yeah, this should be a good line. Good. Get ready. Use the blocks if you need them under the hands. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's rock the middle splits. It's 1 minute, the last minute, and then we are free. I'm already counting on the minute, so no worries. I didn't forget about it. If these are hard for you, I feel you. I can totally relate. It's like I start sweating every time I have to do a hold. Good. Almost there, guys. 15 seconds. Oof. Last 5. If you want, you can twerk as well, like activate one glute, then the other. Okay, I'm done with the jokes. Let's get out of the pose. Oh my God. Close them very slowly. Whew. Shake the legs, the knees, whatever you need to bring the blood back to the body. I hope you enjoyed the class. Give a like if you really did it. And also, as I said before, like if you have any questions in this exercise, just drop your message. I'm looking forward to see your split. I'm not gonna finish, like we are gonna finish now doing the splits, but I'm gonna give you less exercises. After this intense split holds, let's just strengthen a tiny bit back the muscles that we were just stretching. And this is gonna be the last part of the class. So coming to your tabletop position, we are gonna straighten the back leg and square the hips. And let's do 10 times left leg, left lifts. 3 more. Now hold it up. Keep those hips square. Bend the knee and little bounces with the foot up. Nice, now open to the side and close. Open and close. 10 times as well. So it's already 5. Now hold it there up. And extend the leg. Then bring it back. Open hip, square, and back to center. We do the other side. Extend the leg, the left leg now, and 10 times, keeping the hips square. 5 more. Hold it up. Bend the knee. And little bounces with the foot up, hips square. Knee to the side. And bring the knee together and we open and close 10 times. Now hold it up on the 10th. And extend the leg. Bring it backwards, opening the hip. Square the hips, knees together. And good job! Well done. Day 4 is done. Day 5 is coming. It's gonna be active flexibility for all the splits. So get ready to really work hard all those muscles. We really open nicely these days the legs. Now it's gonna be also time to go the extra mile and engage the muscles and work really on our full strength and lengthening at the same time. So see you there, 8 o'clock at the same time here in YouTube Live in the Zohar.Yoga.Flex channel. Subscribe to stay updated. Bye.